God I should have been praying to is the God that's inside of me. That's a God I connected to. That's a God that helped me attract everything I needed in that situation. Because how else can a man have 23 years or 2 life sentences, spend 23 years of it in a prison for 2 life sentences with a crime he didn't commit, and attract the lawyers, the Innocence Organization? By the way, shouts out to Centurion Ministries in New Jersey. Jim McCluskey and Kate Dramond, these people are great. They didn't really get the recognition they deserved, I feel, for my case and all that, because things happen so fast. But I want to send a personal shout out to Centurion Ministries, because they are the reason why I got my freedom back, you know. But the laws of attraction is what brought them to me, because I was still in the prison with 2 life sentences, with no money, no help, no support, right? I had the support of my mother. When I say no support, I had support of my mother. I had support of my mother. Another episode, I'm gonna talk about my mother, and that's a whole nother story. But I had support in that way. But I'm saying, wasn't nobody looking for me. I was like the proverbial needle in the haystack. Nobody was looking for me. That's what the laws of attraction is. I kept thinking about how it would feel to walk out of the courthouse with cameras in my face doing interviews about my experience. I kept seeing this over and over in my head. That's what the laws of attraction is. So by keeping my focus on that, focus on being free, focus on how I would feel to walk out, the universe is just bringing all these people to me. All doors is opening to me. I attracted everything I needed. The Innocence Organization, my attorneys, Cheryl Pilot, shouts out to Cheryl Pilot, and Lindsay and all my legal team, Melissa, and it was a lot of people who was key in getting my freedom back. But the main thing was they wasn't looking for me. They didn't know I existed. So how did I get all that help? How did all these people find me? Laws of attraction. So I'm telling you, for everybody, I speak from those perspectives, from my just experiences. Like, I went through so much stuff at a young age, at a time of my life, that now I see people going through like similar things, and they don't know that inside of them they have a God, a power they can always rely on, that you can just tap into by just speaking it. So let's say, for instance, you going through something difficult and they're really bad. You can speak and be like, now you can say God, universe, you can say your name, you can use whatever name you want to use, but you got to make attention, make awareness. Like, I need strength. God, give me strength right now. Give me strength. Universe, I need help. You can speak like, I need to show me guidance. Speak to your higher self. Inside of us, there's a God, there's an energy that can guide us, that can carry us, I know this strength because I linked on it. Because I promise you, I think I felt like I died twice in that place going through that experience. Like, my nervous system took on so much trauma. I feel like physically I gave up, but I know there's a consciousness, there's a subconscious part of us. There's an energy inside of us, like a Holy Spirit, guardian angel, that carries us, right? When we don't feel too good, we don't feel too hot, there's an energy that keeps us going. When we sick, we down, and we feel like we can't take another step, there's an energy that keeps us going. Well, I tapped into that energy because I had nothing else. I had nobody else I could rely on. I had nothing else I could call on. I tried every other outlet. I tried every other possible person, thing I could rely on, and nothing was available for me. Until one day I was in a hole. And this is how I connected to the higher source of me. I was in a hole one day for, what was I in the hole for at this time? It was something. I was always in the hole at that time, but I was in a hole, and I was broke down. And I was speaking to myself, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this situation. How am I gonna get out of prison? I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this situation. I'm in prison in a hole for a crime I didn't commit, and I'm still there. And I heard a voice say, "You're gonna be okay." It was the only thing that was there. It wasn't nothing else there. I reached out to family members. I'm talking about, I was so alone. I was so by myself. So it was a voice. With nothing else, I wasn't distracted. It was a voice. It was a calm voice, and said, "You're gonna be okay." And from there on, I relied on that voice. And that voice never steered me wrong. It's a voice that's like, the world has a voice. When you listen to the world, that's tied to your lower end, but then you also have a voice that's tied to your higher end. That's the image of the devil and the angel on the shoulder of a person when they're trying to make a decision. Right? The devil's gonna always be on the right side. I mean the left side, and the God is gonna always be on the right side. That's symbolic for the left, right side of the brain. That goes back to the Bible too. Christ is on Calvary, which means skull. He had a left side person on the right side of him, a person on the left side. The person on the right side seemed to make a right decision, and he saw Christ in paradise, which is his higher end. The other guy didn't because he was thinking from the left side of the brain. So all of us had this energy inside of us. All of us has this choice to take the right side or take the left side of every decision the crossroads come to. If I'm behind somebody and they drop $50,000 in front of me, the lower end gonna say keep it. The higher end gonna say give it back. Understand, if you give in to the lower end, you're gonna find yourself in a hellish situation because that's the left side thinking for you. Wrong side. If you make a decision that's gonna cater to your right end, that's a heavenly, everything's gonna happen right for you if you make a right end decision. That's what that means when you're dealing with consciousness and when you're dealing with the right end, higher end, the lower end, the wrong end. One side is the devil, one side is God. But it's all the energy inside of one body, which means we all have God in us and we all have the devil in us. And hell is not a place you go or visit after you die. Hell is a place you visit or you find yourself in when you make devilish decisions catering to your lower end. Heavenly is a place you find yourself in when you make right end decisions. I know that because I've made both. I know what it's like being tied to my lower end. Making decisions is going to just cater to that. And I also know what it's like making decisions is going to cater to my higher end. This show is examples of me making decisions based on my higher end because it's Sunday. Everybody's out getting ready for football, doing whatever they doing. I'm doing this right now because this is important to me. Because I know how important it is for me to speak and for people to hear what's being said because I know what it's like not to have nobody to vouch or nobody to speak for you, or nobody to help you out, nobody to guide you. It's a horrible situation.